Now the next comic I'd like to recommend is Daytripper, which is by the Brazilian twin brothers Fábio Moon and Gabriel Bá. Daytripper is a comic about a young man who writes the obituary columns for his city's newspaper. But beyond that, he wants to follow his father's footsteps and become a great writer in his own right. Mortality is the theme running through this slightly surreal 250-page comic. In each chapter of the comic, we join the main character for a day in his life. The chronology keeps on jumping around throughout each of the 10 chapters of the book. In the first chapter, he's age 32, then in the next chapter, he's age 21. We also see him as a 47-year-old, as an 11-year-old, and finally as a 76-year-old man. So in other words, we're following this guy for 10 days of his life, but the 10 days are scattered all throughout his life. As you can see, the artwork is incredibly imaginative. I especially like the illustrations of the character swimming underwater beneath a harbour full of anchored boats. It sort of looks like they're blimps floating above him, tethered to the ground by anchors. The scenery keeps on changing throughout the comic as we move throughout time and move to various locations around Brazil. So we see everything from the city, to the beach, to the desert, to the countryside. Anyway, it's really nice stuff, and it comes with a one-page illustrated introduction by Craig Thompson. Bargain, right? So check out Daytripper by Fábio Moon and Gabriel Bá.
I'm a little bunny and you're coming by the town.